Hello guys, here's another video, and yes, my first time doing a handy dandy guide. This was actually supposed to be a rant, but it's actually not a rant. Now, if you are familiar with the word handy dandy, handy dandy, so KMR, does that mean you were inspired by RandomDCE while you were doing this? Yeah, you might be thinking I am inspired by him, but no. I'm half inspired by him by doing this handy dandy guide. I know he's the one who got this started on YouTube a little bit, if I'm right. But I'm half inspired by him, and I'm half inspired by Darkness, because Darkness did do a handy dandy guide, if you know Darknessthecurse. He did do a handy dandy guide on Sonic fan characters and Sonic fan comics, and pretty much for some reason he inspired me more than RandomDCE, but Darkness only did one. But anyway, this is going to be my handy dandy guide on a show that a lot of people are going to agree with me on. I'm pretty sure you are if you're a fan of the old classic shows of it. Cartoon Network. Of course, you guys were a big fan, and of course, I am a big fan of Cartoon Network when I was a kid. Always classic shows, and I watched it every time, every day. So, why am I making a handy dandy guide on it? Well, I don't know if I'm saying the slogan right, but I'm trying to make Cartoon Network enjoyable, watchable, and complaint-free for everyone. If I said the slogan right. I'm only going to go back 3 steps. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you guys that, but I'm going to go over 3 steps about Cartoon Network. Now, bear with me, because I will be talking kind of fast, because I'm going to be very upset. But anyway, let's begin. Step 1, the logo. Now, the logo. Now, I don't know. I think this new logo came around in 2005 or 6. I don't know. But at first, it just says CN. At first, I didn't mind it. At first, CN didn't sound too bad. It sounded cool. I'm like, CN, awesome. But then, after a couple of months and weeks, I started to hate the logo. Nothing was wrong with the old classic Cartoon Network, CN. And then when I was talking to my friends at school, they said it's actually called CN. It's not called Cartoon Network now. I'm like, what? You have to call it CN? You can call it Cartoon Network, but it's originally supposed to be called CN. But there's nothing wrong with that old classic logo. But you got CN? I mean, if you look at Comedy Central, they have the same logo. If you look at TBS, they have the same logo. TNT, ABC Family, the Discovery Channel, and the other channels that I know that have the same logo on the right bottom of the screen. There was nothing wrong with the old Cartoon Network logo. If they can keep their old logo, why the hell can't Cartoon Network keep the old logo? So, keep the old logo and put away the old crappy CN one. Damn it. Alright. Step 2, the shows. Now, you guys may be thinking that I should be putting the shows on step 3, but you'll see what step 3 is. Step 3 is kind of like step 2, but anyway. Step 2, the shows. What to say? Well, there's a lot to say. There are a lot of boring shows on Cartoon Network. Oh my god. You guys don't know how many boring shows there are on Cartoon Network. They're so boring. All the classic shows you knew from Cartoon Network is gone, and it doesn't air on Cartoon Network no more. Not even one time. Dexter's Laboratory, the Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Johnny Bravo, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Cow and Chicken, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, and all those classic shows are gone now. And my 2 favorite shows on Cartoon Network was really Ed, Edd n Eddy, Dexter's Laboratory, and Courage the Cowardly Dog. Those were my 3 popular shows on Cartoon Network every day. But now they're gone. And now we have these new shows now. Now, the only 2 new shows that I like so far, and I hope I don't get bashed on this, but the only 2 shows that I like about it right now is Chowder and Flapjack. Now, the reason why I like Chowder is because, well, it's funny as hell, and I will admit. The creators who try to make Chowder funny, they're doing a pretty damn good job on it, because they really make me laugh every single episode. And every time I watch that episode, I just think of SpongeBob for some reason. But yeah, Chowder is funny as hell, I will admit. I love Chowder. And Flapjack, well, I don't love it and I don't like it, but it's okay. The only thing I will give Flapjack is that it's really funny when it comes to disgusting stuff. It's really funny. It doesn't have a lot of humor as Chowder does, but it is pretty funny. But that's the only 2 shows I like. But new shows such as Johnny Test, if you guys like that, that's fine. But Johnny Test, Total Drama Island, and oh my god, that's definitely something I really gotta talk about right now. Total Drama Island, you guys don't know how stupid that show is. I do not honestly like that show. If you like that show, that's fine, but in this Henry guide, in my opinion, I just really do not like Total Drama Island one bit. It's not funny. We watch cartoons and we watch shows for the funny. That's one of the parts we like about cartoons and shows, for the comedy. Trust me, I've watched at least 2 episodes, and not even one episode made me chuckle one time, at least make me smile one time. Just make me have this stupid grin on my face, like, what is this? What the hell is this? And plus, before they even start the show, they even confirm saying that it's rated PG. PG. If it's rated PG in the first place, you'd think it would be on Adult Swim or something else. But plus, it's really disgusting. It's that disgusting. Well, it's not that disgusting like Drawn Together. That show's super disgusting. But Total Drama Island is close to that a little bit. Total Drama Island when you watch that show, it feels like it's meant for Comedy Central or Adult Swim. It feels like it's not even meant for Cartoon Network. What makes it even worse, that series even has a sequel to the series called Total Drama Action. It's even more worse than the first one. I'm like, oh my god. And the creators who made Total Drama Island in Action made another show called 16. That makes it even more worse. The same creators for 16 and Total Drama Island also made another show called, what's it called? Soaked, I believe. I don't know. I only know these shows because I try to watch some shows and I try to get into some of these shows, but I can't. And guess what? Thank God there's no sequel to 16, but if they did, they might call it the 17. Oh, who knows? But they're really lame. They're just lame. That's all I can say. I just can't think of anything else to say. The shows are complete boring. I don't even enjoy watching. All the shows are boring. The only 2 shows that I like I said before, is just Chowder and Flapjack. Those are the only 2. The rest is just boring, and I just want to just destroy my TV. I don't even watch it no more. And finally, step 3, Toonami, the show, anime, well, whatever you want to say it. Oh my god, Toonami, if you're not familiar with Toonami, but Toonami was, man, that was the thing that had animes. A couple of animes that you knew, they aired it on Toonami. They had Sailor Moon, Tenchi in Tokyo, Tenchi Muyo. Well, at first it was Tenchi Muyo. They had Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z. I'm pretty sure they had Dragon Ball at first. They had a show called Rave Master. They had Zatch Bell. And you know those. Oh yeah, of course. And I guess somewhere in 2007 they had Naruto. And if you guys saw my Naruto rank, you guys know I'm a Naruto fan. And all those other good animes. Toonami was all about animes, and I guess they did add some shows, but it was mostly all about anime. And every time an anime get done with its series, they always add a new anime to the series. And it made it even better. Oh yeah, and they had One Piece. Sorry to interrupt with that part, but One Piece also. Guess what? Toonami got lame too. First, Toonami was going so well. Cartoon Network started adding these boring shows at first, and then they had Toonami. Toonami was still airing, and then after a couple of months, Toonami had to stop showing for a while. Then Toonami had that guy named Tom. You guys know Tom, right? Yeah, the guy who was behind Toonami since the beginning. And he was always funny. I always liked his slogan every time he started the show. Like where I am, and he always started every 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock. It always started like at 6 or 7, I don't know. And Tom always said, I love my job. And you know, if you guys remember, that's always Tom's slogan, I mean. And guess what? And then we had these new characters on Toonami called, well, I don't know this guy. When I first saw this guy, I'm like, what the hell are you? I'm like, where the hell's Tom? I'm like, we don't give a damn about you. I mean, I know you guys are like, okay, dude, it's just a character guy. What's wrong with Tom? I mean, Tom was a classic guy, and I liked him ever since I was a kid. And then we had this guy. I'm like, okay, we don't give a damn about you. I'm like, where's Tom? And then they start showing boring animes. Then they start canceling Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, and the others. The only anime I'm pretty sure that I liked so far from Toonami was Naruto. That was pretty much the only anime they kept a little bit. And then they took away Naruto after the Naruto series were over. And now they're like the only anime now is probably just Yu-Gi-Oh! Not Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. What's it called? Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, I believe. And well, I agree. I don't think Pokemon's an anime. Actually, I find it more as a show, not much of an anime. But yeah, Pokemon's a show though. And now Toonami's gone now. Toonami is gone. It's no more on Cartoon Network. Toonami's gone. So now we got boring shows and we got no animes. The anime's gone from Cartoon Network and now it's just shows now. So there you go, my Henry guide on Cartoon Network. Hope this summed everything up. Hope it made it watchable, enjoyable, and complaint free. I hope so. So overall, bring back the old classic logo of Cartoon Network, bring back the classic shows, and damn it, bring back Toonami with the animes, and bring back Tom. And I'm pretty sure Toonami will get it. I'm pretty sure Cartoon Network would get their fans back, such as me. So that was my handy guide, and I hope it watchable, enjoyable, and complaint free. I'll see you guys in my next video.